So we're in Luke the 6th chapter, and we're going to read verse 6. Luke 6 and 6. And it came to pass also on another Sabbath that he, talking about Mashiach Yahushua, entered into the synagogue and taught. So he's teaching on the Sabbath days. And there was a man whose right hand was withered. And the scribes and Pharisees watched him. They looking at him. Whether he would heal on the Sabbath day, that they might find an accusation against him. Trying to bring charges on him, right? But he knew their thoughts and said to the man which had the withered hand, rise up and stand forth in the midst. And he arose and stood forth. Then said Mashiach unto them, I will ask you one thing. I'm going to ask you one thing. Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it? And looking round about upon them all, he said unto the man, stretch forth thine hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other. Remember, the man's hand was withered. And he asked him, is this good? Is it lawful on the Sabbath days to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it? And looking around about upon them all, he said unto the man, stretch forth thy hand. And he did so, and his hand was restored whole as the other. And they were filled with madness, evil spirits, demons, and communed one with another what they might do to Mashiach Yahushua. It came to pass in those days that he went out into the mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to the Most High. And when it was day, he called unto him his disciples, and of them he chose 12, whom also he named apostles. And we named those before. See. Verse 17. And he came down with them and stood in the plain in the company of the disciples and a great multitude of people out of all Judea and Jerusalem and from the sea coasts of Tyre and Sidon, which came to hear him and to be healed of their diseases. And they that were vexed with unclean spirits, they had demons in them, and they were healed. And the whole multitude sought to touch him, for there went virtue out of him, and healed them all. And he lifted up his eyes on his disciples and said, blessed be ye poor, for yours is the kingdom of the Most High. Blessed are ye that hunger now, for ye shall be filled. Blessed are ye that weep now, for ye shall laugh. Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake. Rejoice ye in that day, and leap for joy, for behold, your reward is great in heaven. For in the like manner did their fathers unto the prophets. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. That's why he says it's hard for a rich person to go into the kingdom of heaven as a camel to go into a little archway that's in Israel, that'll be afraid to get his hump stuck. That's the eye of a needle was called. So, it's many case scenarios that we got to look at, and one thing I want to bring to your attention is how, it tells you in Romans 11:26, and so all Israel shall be saved. And they brothers are thinking that means every last Israelite gonna be saved. When he just said, when you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, it's unforgivable. If you're not gonna be forgiven for that. That's why people, they deal with you in a way that makes you normal for everybody else, like everybody the same. We not all the same. Some have entertained angels unawares, don't even realize it. Understand this. Verse 43. For a good tree, since we all going to be righteous in the kingdom, Most High will, if we're worthy to be there. He said, for a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit. So if we're going to be righteous, all righteous in the kingdom, we're not going to be able to bring forth the corrupt fruit or the corrupt spirits that have died in sin. Neither does and those that have blasphemed the Holy Spirit. To think that every last Israelite going to be saved through the ones that's going to make it. He said, for a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit, neither does a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. For every tree is known by his own fruit. For of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes. A good man out of a good treasure of his heart or mind bringeth forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart or his mind bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance of the heart or the mind his mouth speaketh. He said, why calleth me master, master, and do not the things which I say? Say, whosoever cometh to a Mashiach Yahushua and heareth my sayings, he's the word of the Most High, and doeth them, I will show you to whom he is like. We're going to look at this in conclusion. He is like a man was building a house and dig deep. You building a house, you digging deep. And lay the foundation on a rock. You're going to lay the foundation of this house on a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation, without that rock. And we know that rock is a Mashiach Yahushua as a foundation. Tell you that spiritual rock that followed us, which is a Mashiach Yahushua, that angel of the Most High, the spirit of the Most High, that led us in the cloud by day, in the wilderness, in a fiery chariot by night, as an angel of the Most High. He's that rock. He's that foundation. You see, but he that heareth not, he that heareth and doeth not, you hear what's happening and you don't want to do what's right, is like a man that without a foundation building a house upon the earth, against which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell. And the ruin of that house was great. You ain't had no stone foundation. It wasn't built upon a solid rock. So we got to look at this and change. This is all about change. And it behooves you to look at this lesson and go into it, study it, and change. Make sure that you humble yourself to be accepted by us, all of us, that we can please the Most High. That's what's marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. And with that, I say, Kram Abanawa Yahweh, Kram Mashiach Yahushai, Kram Yasharallah, and I'm out. Shalom.